So that's actually the case. You open it up to get at the
tender meat inside.
Yeah.
Like a walnut.
Exactly.
Crack it open.
It's not a bit. It smells really bad.
Feast on the innards.
Yeah. Well, it's old. It's a tape. That's a tape.
Betacam. Is that like the Betacam.sp? Is that where you go to like redeem the code and then stream it?
Yeah. And then it'll just stream the tape. You have a tape player here that plays the tape.
What is that for? Is that like if you want to stream out like on Twitch?
You could hook this up to Twitch if you wanted to, but you put the tape into the tape player and push play, and then it plays the tape. And there's video on that.
How do I get director commentary?
We're the director commentary.
Oh,
Yeah.
fun.
So this is where, think of it as we're recording director commentary here on game tapes.
There's a list of things you shouldn't do inside
Does it say
this.
Okay.
Don't drop it is one of them.
Okay, all right.
So make sure not to drop this.
Okay, I won't. Tape. We have a tape in the player already. I pulled some stuff. Most of the stuff, the Xbox One X just came out. Microsoft's doing stuff, and I happened to find like 3 Xbox tapes in a row.
Okay, cool.
And 3 Xbox 360 tapes in a row, and I thought like that'd be good.
They had that B-roll.
Yeah, they had this B-roll.
They're still making tapes when the 360 came out?
Oh yeah,
Released it to us.
for television, you needed tapes for TV tapes, the big ones.
That's a big one.
I'm excited about this one because I was at this event.
XO5.
Yeah.
All right.
Foreign event.
But were you at this event?
Maybe. Oh, no, I was not.
This just says Sega
Elite
loves
enough.
your PSP on it, and I don't know what that means, but I had to put that means other than I went, well, we should watch this.
Should I send Sega my PSP?
Yeah, because they love that.
No, you don't know what they're going to do to that thing.
No, I think it says right here.
Exactly.
They're gonna.
I've already loved my PSP as much as one can love a PSP.
Gross.
I played Darkstalkers on it. That's about it.
Okay, yeah, done. All right, and then the nub came off.
PSP's for gold.
I'm gonna push play on this tape,
Play that tape.
and we got headphones in case we need them.
Yeah.
But let's see what Sega thinks about this. All right.
Oh, that's that
Strong
classic
start.
tape sound.
Yeah, that bars, that tone.
What is that giant wheel on that tape player? Is that some kind of jog?
It's a jog shuttle wheel.
Is that for...
I should be able to hit it. and
It's not doing anything.
It's not doing anything. I don't know. I have to hit a button to engage it. I forget what
This
it
is bad. The sound.
aren't you into it?
We'll get there. This is how you know it's working.
You're a little sharp. Take it down. Oh.
Wait, I thought it said your PSP. Now it's just like the PSP.
Yeah,
They love all PSPs.
Already disappointing. That's it. That's the tape. Thanks, everybody.
Sega.
I think I'm gonna... Oh, God, right.
Whoa, it's right into it.
All right, this looks like it's
Tank.
just some straight up raw B-roll of some of Sega's PSP games that they love the...
Looks like some intense firefights.
Here is a random poll.
I'm in contact so
Did Larry Holland work on this?
I'm strange.
I don't know.
I feel like somebody of note worked on Alien Syndrome for the PSP, right?
I don't know.
I have to know now.
I just remember really liking the original Alien Syndrome,
Yeah.
and then they did this, and it's terrible.
Headphones are good.
But also, kind of the original Alien Syndrome did not hold up especially well.
What was that out on first? It's an arcade?
I might have just turned
You just turned me way up.
my finger.
I
got
was like, oh God, I'm
stopped
dying.
in the volume buttons. Excuse me, Brad.
What was your question, Brad?
Where did Alien Syndrome come out first? Was it an arcade game?
It was an arcade game, and then it came to the Master
Yeah,
System.
I knew it was on the Master System.
Yeah. This is a very good foot on metal noise.
I have news for you.
Okay.
I have momentous news for you.
All right.
Larry Holland was the director of this game.
Larry Holland being the creator.
The creator of X-Wing and TIE
X-Wing
Fighter.
and TIE Fighter.
Also directed this game.
Also directed this game. You know, top-down action RPG, dual joystick shooter stuff, like, well, not a dual joystick shooter because it's a PSP game, but There have been good games that have looked sort of like this, but
Yeah.
I don't remember this one being one of them.
I don't know, that staff is kind of cool. I guess. Hey, more menus.
All right. Dispersion laser. It's the Mark V. Got a bomb launcher for launching bombs. I feel like bomb launcher is something that is not real in any way. Grenade launcher makes sense. Rocket launcher makes sense, but bomb launcher, like that's.
I mean,
Isn't a grenade just kind of like a bomb that you throw?
Yes, but they call it a grenade launcher. It already has a name, and bomb launcher is not it.
you could have different kinds of bombs, like a sticky bomb.
I think like at that point it would be a sticky bomb launcher. Also, sticky bombs don't exist.
I mean, video games don't exist.
Exactly. So bomb launcher, ergo by the transitive property,
Does she have a drone?
probably. It seems like something this game would have to fight these evil bugs.
Remember when drones were just pretend?
Yeah.
There's a beach here in the city, Baker Beach. Literally every time I've gone to it, 3 I've been attacked by a drone.
Like how close?
Like
Falling on you?
above me, like 3 feet above me.
Do you think that's due to your height that you are meeting the drone?
We're like just chilling, sitting on the beach, and all of a sudden drones attack. Like,
Is it just like because someone is a dick,
Yes.
or is it like do they not know how to fly their drone, or are they literally
think it's both.
actively being shitty?
I think they're trying to be shitty, but don't have control over how shitty they are, or don't realize how startling hearing an intense buzz right above your head is.
So you're saying 3 feet above you?
Yeah.
Just stand up and fucking swat that thing out of the sky, man.
You guys ever operated a drone?
No.
I wonder if it's harder than it looks.
Well, there's
Probably got a learning curve.
Remember the what was it called? I have one. Because
And you've never used it?
yeah, it was one of the ones that was like it was controlled by phone. THQ sent them out for home front.
Yeah, I remember that.
The AR Scout or whatever
Right.
it is, and like you tilt the phone to steer it.
Ooh, that sounds bad. Motion controls for video games are a bad idea. Much less like
Physical thing. that
dangerous
you are
flying objects that could kill
potentially-
somebody.
I don't think that one goes very high. I
Okay.
think it's, it has like a foam exterior for indoor use if you want to do that. Okay.
Just got to take out that proxy queen.
Yeah. This is the origins of the small brain, big brain, exploding brain meme right
Galaxy. Proxy queen is the galaxy brain.
here. Yeah. Thank you for leaving that menu in your B-roll.
Hey man, editing is
Yeah,
hard.
editing is a why bother thing when you're recording footage of Alien Syndrome for PSP.
You want to give them a wide range of material to work with.
Yeah, I mean, maybe someone wants to see that menu.
You never know what the local news might be reporting on.
And aliens are attacking video games this week with the release of Alien Syndrome. We see here a hazmat team, a radioactive shell, Scourge Creeper is a really good.
Jeff, we're hearing reports that they have a bomb launcher. Can you speak to that?
I can speak to that. We've heard the same reports, and I can report that a bomb launcher is not real. It definitely is not the case. Also, Scourge Creepers, very real.
I feel like I met some Scourge Creepers at some shows here at like bottom of the hill.
Yeah. They don't shower a lot.
Yeah.
This, Steam found PS2 also?
I saw a Wii version.
Okay, maybe that's what it was.
Probably
Yeah.
also PS. Let's see.
I feel like Alien Syndrome is a made-up name in a movie about video. Not even a movie about video games. It's a movie about a child and he's playing a video game.
Yeah,
It's actually just PSP and Wii.
a natural combo.
Yeah. The two greatest systems.
Wait, does that say Radioactive Trash Man?
Yes. Yes, it does.
That's me! Tag yourself! There it is! It's me!
You might like to know that this runs on the Vicious engine.
I don't want to know.
No, I
that.
can tell. It's don't worry, it's apparent.
Oh, hey.
Oh, that's cool.
The story picks up approximately 100 years after the original Alien Syndrome.
Yeah, of course. Why
Approximately.
tie it into the fucking earth-shaking events of the original Alien Syndrome, where the time bomb is set? Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
They really set out to get the most out of this tape, didn't they?
I am also a corrupted machine.
Just like, hey, we got all this tape, we might as well fill it
Oh, yeah.
with Alien Syndrome.
Definitely. We know that a lot of people are going to need a lot of footage of Alien Syndrome, and that's why we here are doing this service for you, folks at home.
I mean, it was the hottest release of 2000 whatever.
What year was this?
Actually,
I mean, you're already looking stuff up.
2007.
Mutt Bomber? Yeah, and then they made a new Afterburner also. Wow. Well, I guess they made a few of these over the years, but
Thank God that's what has music.
there was like a while there where Sega was like, you know, they did that Altered Beast game for PS2 that was no good.
Right.
You know, there was a while that they were like, seemed like they were looking to make good on some of their classic franchises, but it was almost always for portables, I guess.
This is giving me vertigo.
Yeah, that's how intense this is. That jet moves pretty good. This is a pretty good frame rate for a thing.
Yeah, this kind of looks all right.
Yeah. I mean, you know, the generation of tape and stuff gives it a blur that I think actually suits it in a weird way.
So you're saying it's the Donkey Kong country of its time?
Yeah, exactly.
What's the best Afterburner?
Me when I wake up.
Yeah. Don't do drugs. 2, probably 2. Or Climax, that one they did as a download for PS3
that's right.
and
360,
360
right?
was good.
Yeah,
You know,
okay.
I mean, it was faithful. Like, Afterburner's kind of a weird game.
Is that backwards compatible? Do you know? Climax?
I don't think it is.
Was there an Afterburner arcade game?
Yeah, it was originally
Yeah,
an
okay.
arcade.
That's where it started.
That's what I've played.
Yeah.
And then they put it out on the Master System, right?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah. Is that the tape?
Yeah,
Or is
no,
that
the tape was still rolling. I don't, you know, the counter down here was still moving when that was happening. So, sorry, folks at home.
I really like how rapidly your points are increasing. You're just always getting points.
That is faithful to the original game.
Yeah.
We're just like, for being alive, you are
For
For
scoring.
flying, for covering
The
distance.
simple act of life is rewarded.
That's a beautiful message.
Yeah.
Commander Burden.
Look at that fucking skull on that jet.
Wow, holy crap.
Look at that fucking skull on that jet.
It's kind of glowing. Looks like glow in the dark. Whoa.
Yeah, it's like a
Also, the
fuse on.
Afterburners are purple.
Sure.
Whoa, that was a nuke.
Yeah, that Master System version of Afterburner I played quite a bit. And then Afterburner 2, I think, was the one that came to the Genesis.
I don't think I ever played that.
It's pretty much the same thing. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
different.
There's only so much
Oh, a
you
little
can do.
slow motion. Okay.
Only so much you can do with behind the back fighter jet
Yeah,
action.
bullet time, very big. Still.
Oh God. You see there in your resources, you have 40 Eiffel Towers to work with.
Just gonna. I feel like this game is missing the key thing of the arcade game, and that's that every time you lock on to an enemy in the original, it goes fire,
Yeah.
fire,
Yeah.
which is not at all annoying. That's what you get. You know what? When you play with fire, you're gonna get burned, and when you play with a fucking skull on your jet, you're inviting death to your doorstep.
Really kind of asking for it.
Watch out for Brimstone, he's ruthless. The fucking gripping story of Afterburner Black Falcon or whatever the
Hey, look
subtitle
out for
on
the
this was.
boss. He's hard.
He's gonna shoot back, unlike all these other fuckers that are very clearly not. Yeah, if that wasn't,
Planes are flying sideways.
that's, hey, future jets
They're
are weird.
drifting.
What?
Air drifting.
Yeah, you can drift in a jet, right?
Has anyone ghost-ridden a plane?
I bet someone's done.
Like, I imagine like an old biplane.
Yeah,
or
didn't they used to
something.
do that with biplanes? Or something similar?
I bet that someone is like, if not, someone must have done this. Like, flown up in a plane, pointed the plane down, jumped out of the plane, and caught the plane. That's probably not possible, actually. The plane probably goes pretty fast if you point it down.
But if you did like a barrel roll, and got out, and then got back in it when it hit the bottom. Welcome to Cool Plane Tricks.
Yeah.
That's
It's
a
a
cool plane.
subset of the show. It's a show within a show.
That's right.
plane-
I'm Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Cool Plane Tricks.
This plane right here is pretty cool.
Yeah.
What is that? Like an SR-71 kind of thing?
Yeah.
What's a cool trick you could do in it?
It's stealth, so it'll be like invisible to radar.
Nice.
Yeah. Did you ever see the Firefox arcade game?
Oh. This is the Thrasher plane.
I'm pretty fucking extreme, and I need a plane that matches my lifestyle. Hi, I'm Guy Fieri. Not Firefox the browser, though that would be a pretty good arcade game.
Firefox, the
movie,
upbeat move?
the Clint Eastwood movie, in which he steals a jet, and it's so futuristic you fly it with your thoughts, but it's a Russian jet, so you have to think in Russian.
Oh, man. So what, he takes a crash because it like gets a copy of Rosetta Stone?
Basically, yeah.
Just got Duolingo running on his phone.
Yeah, and he's like, Das Vidanya. I don't know. Don't let Counter-Strike steal any more Scramble tech.
Scramble.
This is a new bootleg of Counter-Strike running on the Scramble
This is the new
board.
D-Dust.
Yeah. Added to MAME 191, we've got another game running on Scramble. The Firefox arcade game was a Laserdisc game. So you were flying a jet, but it was also a Laserdisc game.
Weird. Was there Gary Busey in it?
No, I don't even think Clint Eastwood was in it. He was in the movie.
Oh, that's right. That's the guy you said. Not. I was just thinking. When you described the plot to me, I was just imagining Gary Busey.
Do you think Gary
thinking in
Busey
Russian.
thinks in Russian already?
I don't think he thinks in English. That's for sure.
Yeah. Ah!
Oh.
This reminds me a lot of Rebel Assault, but maybe that's because we're talking about Laserdisc games now. Blow up that bridge.
Wait, did they ever do an arcade version of Rebel Assault?
No.
Yeah. Fuck Bridges.
Yep. Lloyd Bridges.
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges. No.
Bridges Meredith.
Yep. God damn it. Crush. This is like a neat mechanic. It's like you're collapsing the perspective from 2D to 3D to solve puzzles.
Oh, I read a feature about this game.
Oh, I remember. I wrote a preview of this for GameSpot.
Did Ben read it?
No, I think it was in a magazine.
Oh.
Wait a minute, I didn't review this today. Wait.
Anything's possible.
Oh, I want to say Brian reviewed this.
Yeah, that's probably.
remember. This game was
probably
cool.
Right. Yeah, this game was good. Yeah, because you can move the camera and flatten it any way you like.
Yeah.
And that's how you would get around. It's a neat idea. And that guy's pretty happy about it.
Oh, this one looks tricky. Oh, look at that. Is that like a dog ant?
Not anymore.
Now it's nothing.
Wait, do you think when something dies it becomes nothing? Because that's pretty
Yes.
messed up.
Oh, then you gotta. Okay, I was just like, well, now he's stuck. Oh wait, just flatten it that way. Also, this game kind of reminds me of Bug. This game should have been a Bug game.
Oh.
It should have been Bug 3.
Hey, stop running
Saturn
into
game.
that.
Right, it was like Saturn launch game.
Probably
Bug.
Bug and Bug 2.
Are these
TOO.
these are all Sega published games?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
Sega.
Okay, right. Yes. Right.
I never played Bug, but I played a lot of A Bug's Life game on my grandpa's iMac.
Grandpa Linus.
Yeah. My grandpa was pretty
Cool
into tech.
grandpa.
He had a computer before I did. I would go to him for tech issues.
Oh. Did he set the time on your VCR?
No.
Bummer. VCR plays tapes also.
Oh, I thought it was something else.
Right. Turn off the music to have a real nice, quiet, contemplative puzzle-solving experience. Welcome to my fresh ASMR stream.
Ooh.
Take off your pants. What's that?
I think it's the bug.
What does ASMR stand for? I know what it is. What is the term?
Erotic.
Or
Oral symbiosis. What?
make a droid.
Mullet.
Wait, there are mullets?
Mullet Ricky.
Oh, cool.
Mullet Ricky is the inventor of ASMR.
Hey, y'all, it's me, Mullet Ricky.
Yeah.
I just want to hear the sound of my truck.
I would watch a video of Mullet Ricky's truck noises.
I had a mullet once.
Really?
I was like 12.
Yeah, I guess
good.
I guess what I had technically could have been mullet.
Yeah, it wasn't
was
like-
maybe a little more rat tail.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
It wasn't that long, but
There's a photo of me in the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk giant great shark photo booth.
Yep.
With a mullet as a child.
It's great. It's a good place for a mullet.
Yeah.
I think that was also around the same time that I took one of my school pictures wearing a sleeveless Quiet Riot t-shirt.
good.
Yeah.
Good.
Just completing the look.
I was always torn on this, but I always had a certain respect for the kids who just showed up on picture day in some ratty ass t-shirt.
Yeah. No, I never dressed up.
As opposed to my mom making me wear a polo shirt or whatever.
That was me specifically saying I want to wear this shirt for picture day.
Yeah.
I know that much. I know that was very much a decision I made, but I don't think I ever dressed up for school pictures. I think it was always like, what am I wearing? All right, yeah, take a picture, whatever. That bug became nothing.
That's cool. That mechanic of squishing it on the wall.
I feel like they maybe made a second one of these or something.
Either that or like a spiritual successor, like a game that kind of did the same thing.
Was it just called Crush?
This is just called Crush. But I don't know that they ever made a direct follow-up to it.
I could be wrong. I really want to know now. This game was made by Zoe Mode.
Ah,
Remember them?
yeah.
How's it
They
getting the
changed their
purple
name,
ones?
right?
Well, they were Kuju Entertainment.
Right, and then they became Zoe Mode. And then they did SingStar. They did one of the SingStar
They
games.
did something else like that. Yeah.
Like they did some music game.
This also came out on the 3DS.
Maybe that's what it was. Is that they brought it out on 3DS and people were excited.
Like 5 years later.
Yeah. Maybe that's.
I
It
bet-
wasn't a sequel. It was.
I had no idea. I kind of want to look that up. I bet this game's cool in 3D.
You know, you're probably right. This game probably is cool in 3D.
Oh, it's called Crush 3D on 3DS.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see anything about a sequel.
Yeah, I bet that's. I wonder if that has the same levels or if it is different levels.
Is the 3D close enough to the name that it looks like it says crushed?
Yes. It's all one word.
You should work in marketing.
I used to.
Uh-huh. Oh, God. That's right. They brought this to PSP. I like this game because I like good shit.
Sorry, what is this?
This is Full Auto 2.
Oh, hey. Wait, they made a full auto
Yeah,
too?
for PSP. Yeah, yes, they did.
Like outside of the PSP, though? Was Full Auto 2 relegated to the handheld ghetto?
Maybe. I wonder if it was. Full Auto was maybe the first PS3 game that we saw running on hardware.
I thought it was the first 360.
Maybe it was the first both or something. But yeah, maybe. Yeah, I guess it was the first 360 game. Yeah.
Yes, I distinctly remember going to Sega back when they were still in the Townsend building
Yeah.
to see Full Auto. It was running on one of those big ass Xenon, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
the Xenon dev kits, the
Yep.
giant black black computer dev kits.
Yeah. This game's predecessor sucks.
I feel like your thoughts on Full Auto are well documented.
I'll redock it.
Bad game.
I have 1,000 achievement points in Full Auto.
Yeah.
I'm an expert in the field.
Okay.
I have been doing this for multiple decades.
Go on.
I own a car. I have fired guns before. Not necessarily. I have fired guns from a moving car. So
And then Full Auto, of course, an attempt to unify both of those things.
I am an expert in the field, multiple fields. This game sucks.
There you have it.
It's just the juxtaposition of that like beautiful ancient Chinese temple and
that's the kind of
punk.
lifelong industry-spanning expertise you can only find here.
Exactly.
On China.
That's where you're gonna go for that.
Who else can tell you?
Who saw a preview build of that running?
No one else is brave enough.
I saw Full Auto weeks, if not months, before the 360 came out.
Devil destroyed you.
Sound like my Sunday school teacher.
So the first game was more like racing, and the sequel here is way more just what if we made Twisted Metal Arena Combat.
But without other players.
Well,
I guess
PSP,
this could have had
so it
multiplayer.
could have, yeah.
No, it was PSP, so no one else had it.
Right. There was a Twisted Metal game for PSP that had actual online support. You could play it on the internet. No? Yes. Or did I just do that through X-Link Kai?
The PSP had yeah. Wasn't the
did
PSP the one where they introduced the whole ad hoc versus infrastructure
Right,
modes?
yeah, you could definitely play games over the internet on a PSP.
Because they couldn't just call it like online support.
Right, they couldn't call it internet or well, what does local mean?
Online multiplayer.
But still, ad hoc is ad hoc and infrastructure.
Like they literally called their internet online play
infrastructure mode. That's Sony at peak fucking
That is the most
Sony.
Japanese like interface and systems design thing I've ever heard.
Car combat was a mistake.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
Like it was
Hey,
Like looking
Vigilante 8 rules.
ruled.
Sure.
There was a
I
time.
haven't gone back to Vigilante 8 since Blockbuster was a thing.
Yeah, there was a time when car combat was all the rage because why wouldn't it be? Putting guns on cars is inherently radical.
Yeah.
Or you would think that those things would go together.
But man,
Then it turns out when you can only aim the gun by steering the car,
right.
it becomes a problem.
That's
Yes.
why Lucky and Wild needs to make its return.
Yeah, Lucky and Wild, the ultimate video game. What if light guns came back?
Yeah. The Wii tried to make it happen.
I mean, I guess that's what VR is, right? VR is one big light gun.
Oh, Lucky and Wild VR.
There you go.
One person's driving, one person's shooting.
Yeah, one person is in a full racing cockpit,
Yeah.
the other person not.
The other person's just playing a shitty VR light gun game.
Picture this like radioactive, like not quite radioactive symbol in the corner is also perfect.
For half a second, I wondered if this was like a Duke Nukem game.
That wouldn't be out of character. Why wasn't there a Duke Nukem car combat game?
Yeah, why not?
Blow it out your exhaust pipe.
They must have done some Duke Nukem game for the PSP, right?
Oh yeah.
Surely
yeah.
there's something out there.
Critical Meltdown. I don't know. Those like third-person Duke Nukem games that were coming out for a while were like surprisingly well received. I mean, you could have alien bastards that shoot up your ride, and then Duke Nukem could be mad about it.
Yeah.
And he could say things like, those alien bastards are going to pay for shooting up my ride.
Most of what you need to make a Duke Nukem product.
Yeah.
They should have just had like a grab bag, there should have been a Smash version of Twisted Metal where it's just like a bunch of different characters from different franchises with their car. Like Duke Nukem's there in a monster truck. You got like Turok on a dinosaur.
Okay.
You know.
I feel like Duke Nukem wouldn't drive a monster truck. He would drive like a fucking convertible.
Like a Trans Am or something?
Yeah. It would be like
can see it
definitely a
going both
convertible.
ways.
Like definitely like the fucking most overcompensating muscle car.
you ever go to a monster truck show?
Or he would drive a gigantic cigar.
Yeah. Like the Oscar Mayer
yeah,
Arena mobile.
exactly,
but,
the hot dog car, but a giant cigar. So I went to like a motocross show at the MGM Grand, which is the most outdoor sportsy, which is the most closest I've gotten to an actual monster truck show. There was a monster truck at one point there,
but
like
it wasn't the
intermission or
focus.
something. Portable tennis.
I was having a conversation on Twitter with somebody talking about how I'm saying Gravedigger's lame and he's the Superman of monster trucks.
Yeah, Gravedigger sucks.
Bigfoot rules.
Bigfoot rules. Bigfoot's the Hulk Hogan of trucks. Like an American hero and probably a racist.
Is Gravedigger the bad guy?
No, Gravedigger's like the hero.
Gravedigger, the Roddy Piper of no.
Yeah, probably something.
What? Okay, there
Maybe
you
the
go.
Undertaker, really, if you want to. The woman who wrestled as Medusa became a monster truck driver.
Was it car
Fun
Medusa
story
themed?
for you. No, I don't know if her car was wrestling themed, but for a while, like when WCW was big, there were like NWO monster trucks and shit like that.
Tennis, anyone?
Apparently not, because this is just computer versus computer.
There's a better way to show off the game.
I like that they're just showing one round.
It's B-roll, so you're gonna chop it up anyway for your new, local news report on Maria Sharapova is a virtual tennis star. She's coming to the PSP. I get free video games from Sega, and I'm here in the middle of nowhere because they let me be on the local news. Isn't that weird? Tennis. This soundtrack's ripping.
Serena Williams is used to having another version of herself in real life with her twin sister, but a virtual version of herself. Now that's crazy. We're here talking about Virtua Tennis 3.
It's available now on the PSP. Sega loves the PSP. They put a lot of games out there. You can play them.
Sega loves the PSP.
Fucking what is the other guy doing?
Yeah, they both really fucking blew that one.
What happens when you let the computer play?
Yeah.
Doesn't look like any AI will be taking the job of playing Virtua Tennis 3 anytime soon.
That's right. Also, that will be the only job for humans left.
God.
So get good now.
I gotta go.
I didn't think I could be worried enough about the future already.
Yeah. All right.
The image of,
Oh, it can always get worse.
the image of millions of people playing Virtua Tennis 3 every day.
Like in those Matrix pods, just everyone's playing virtual
That's
tennis.
that's Twitch is rolling that out pretty soon. Virtual tennis in a Matrix pod. All right. I think that is the end of our Sega PSP adventure.
Man.
I learned a lot.
Portable tennis game. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Other than you would need 2 copies of the game probably to play with another person, and that's the only way you really want to play a tennis game. But yeah.
I can't help but, well,
Yeah.
we'll get to it, but I can't help but notice you have 2 different sizes of tape here.
Yeah. There's the big ones and the little ones.
Does this thing take both?
Yeah.
I just love that this player has a heatsink on the back of it.
It's a big
2 heat sinks on the back,
It's a big deck.
actually. And they're warm.
Yeah. They're doing their job.
They're sinking heat.
All right. This is Xbox 360 gameplay XO5.
Yeah.
So they used to have annual events. There were XO, and it was X of the year.
Yes.
And they did like XO6,
Was in Barcelona.
and then that might have been the last one.
I think that's right.
Yeah. Or there was the last
Might
one in the
have been an
US. I don't know.
XO7?
Before they started doing these XO events, they used to have something called Game Stock. And they had all these like
Microsoft
fucking,
did?
Yeah, Microsoft Game Stock.
Stock.
And it was all this fucking like tie-dye imagery and stuff like come to Games. Yeah. Yeah, right?
Okay. I was like trying to process what that meant.
Yeah.
GameStop 99, I was there.
Yeah. When the mud started flying, where were you? I was playing Flight Simulator.
I feel like there might have only been like 2 XOs though.
There were for a while they were having them in multiple regions. So you would have like one domestically and then one
Sure.
overseas. And then
Sure.
at some point they just became overseas only, I think. I forget.
This is going to be a hard thing to Google.
Yeah.
So yeah, this one was Amsterdam, XO5.
So you went to Amsterdam
Which
for
meant
this?
I totally went to Amsterdam.
All right. Oh, this is
this
the end of
event.
the tape, so we got to rewind it. So don't look while I'm rewinding this tape.
Oh, look.
I'm being kind over here.
Which was cool because
Somebody
the
else was not kind.
No.
event was like 2 days, but I stayed for like a week.
Yeah.
And then I went to Germany.
Is that just how time happens
Yes.
to you? You went there for 2 days, and then suddenly,
something like that.
Suddenly Amsterdam happened, and you were like,
Something like that. Also, it was a big posse. Took a large contingency.
"Oh yeah, yeah,
Like Homer was there. Ryan McDonald was there.
just the sort of people you would expect to say, let's go on the Amsterdam trip for sure."
Oh man, it was an interesting.
You guys see Afterburner there?
Oh, here we go. Oh wow. Okay. Oh, this. Okay. This must have started as a European, like a Microsoft Europe thing that then started
okay.
including, because they started in 01. There was an XO1 in Cannes. XO2 was in Seville, Spain.
I was just about to fast forward.
Yeah, whatever. I totally butchered that. It was in Spain.
Oh.
XO3 was also in France somewhere. There was no XO4. XO5 Amsterdam, XO6 Barcelona, and I think that was it.
Dale Cooper edited this tape.
What?
You heard me.
Wait.
That's all right. XO7 was in Toronto.
Okay. Yeah.
Man,
I think we stopped going around that time.
Yeah.
must have been weird to be named Dale Cooper in the 90s.
I bet it was great.
Oh, hell yeah.
So this was 2005.
He should have called by now.
Yeah, but one can assume he was also named Dale Cooper in the 90s.
Doc Zero, this is Point Four.
Wait, did they give a date on this?
Zero in
This is
position.
XO5 footage.
Owned by
Like,
local
game?
landlord
This
Killian.
was
September
It's
29th,
real.
2005.
Oh, weird. Yeah, so this is before the console came out.
Yeah.
Work. While I extract Ziegler, I need you to take the audio scope and grab positive IDs
Getting
of
Roy
Killian's
Ziegler outta here.
Chandra will sell whatever intel you snag on the net. Stay
On the
out of
net.
the club. Use your gun only as a last resort. Keep your head down.
Sure.
Get the peanut
Chandra,
chews.
let's do this. Everything's in the green. Keep it that way, all right?
Hit the ground running, kid.
Nice pants.
I have those pants.
I'm sure you do. Nice beard. This game is just nice across the board.
I'll never complain about garbage again.
Okay. All right.
Oh, would make sure you leave the part about garbage in there. Little PGR3. They used to make these games.
Yeah.
Where were these on the spectrum of sim?
These had a scoring system called kudos, and you would earn kudos for doing stuff like drifting good or whatever. So it was more simmy than like you would expect out of like a Need for Speed, but not so much that it was like a Gran Turismo.
About the sanctity
It wasn't
of the
Forza.
race.
Like they still put a Forza game out. They still came up with Forza and released that separately. It's nice looking cars.
Yeah. Cars have looked good for a long time.
I remember liking this game. I was not into any of this team's other driving games that were basically the same concept.
Weird. Were they showing Gears this early?
Yeah,
Before the console came out?
yeah.
Huh.
I mean, look at this footage.
This does not
It's
look great.
Yeah.
Wait, did we like maybe just not take much notice of Gears of War at first? Because it didn't look so great.
No, I think that, they put some stuff out and you're like, okay, Gears of War, that sounds cool.
That sounds like
and
a
they were,
thing.
And they were like, the people that make Unreal are making a game where you get a gun with a chainsaw on the bottom of it, and here's what the models will look like. And you're like, man, those models look good.
He's stuck in the L.
Yeah, but it was like a little more tech demo-y,
Yeah.
right? Yes,
Yeah,
because
this
he
looks-
is fucking permanently yelling. Oh, that's great. Ah, yeah. Come on.
Where do we go next?
Oh man. Oh, that hard cut.
He put his mouth on that gun at the end there. Cameo is A-okay.
It's all right.
Look at all those turtles.
I finally played it on one of my Extra Life streams a year or two ago. got to where it opens up.
Yeah.
It's a little bit Zelda-y. Mm-hmm. It's kind of not terrible.
Better than Knack.
Yes, sure. Certainly more ambitious than Knack.
Turn into that pile of rocks.
This is not doing the game many favors.
Nope. What if you turn into this ice beast? You can do that too.
I like the punch and plant.
Yeah.
I like plants that punch.
Is this
Look, it's
like,
got like boxing gloves on.
is this like a vor thing?
Yeah.
She was showing up inside those monsters and was making me feel ways.
It's definitely a vor thing.
I appreciate the snappiness of this tape.
Yeah. They're not wasting time. They know that you're a video editor and you don't have a lot of fucking time. Oh, that is you have brought shame to your family. You are not racing in a way that makes you look good.
Yeah, you've got these interviews to cut in a hotel room.
Right, exactly.
And you
you're
just
like,
want to get on with it.
And you're like, I just want to.
Oh God!
I just want to put that clip in a dozen times.
They all died. They didn't even make it to the final game.
Nope. What's enough with the collisions? Who's recording this footage? You're a monster.
That's pretty good.
Someone on that trip who will remain nameless lost their passport
Oh,
and realized it like 12 hours before the flight.
I feel
back.
like I can 1,000% guess who that is with absolute accuracy, but I won't do so here.
We'll talk later.
Yeah. Here's Call of Duty World War II, which started development as a 360 game.
After years and years, they
They
perfected.
finally got it out. Oh, audio hitch there.
Should reload.
It's really crazy to go back to the old Call of Duty games and realize how much they are still Call of Duty games.
Yeah. Not that much changed.
Yeah.
Over time.
Like, obviously the graphics get better, and they got better about like, oh, let's make sure that, you know, we're not trapping them in an area with infinite spawns. And,
Yeah.
you know, like they've gotten a little smarter about that stuff and more ambitious stories, but
War doesn't change.
war, as it turns out,
Never changes.
does not, never does. Yeah, that checks out. American dudes shouting Krauts. That's Call of Duty World War II. Here's Full Auto.
Yeah.
This game's awesome.
How do you know?
I have 20 years plus in the field. Oh my God. Oh,
I think now that I think about it, I think I remember this running very poorly
Yeah.
when we went to see it.
Yeah.
Before release.
Well, it looks amazing.
You know, it kind of did for that time. There were things about it that you were like, oh, huh. These screenshots look really great.
This is what I want more than a car combat game. I want like a racing game with fun ability. I want like Blur again. I want.
Yeah, this is not that game.
No.
I know console launch is always kind of rough.
Yeah. And then is this the company that also did Cell Damage? The developer that did Cell
Not
Damage?
sure. Forget who made Full Auto.
I think that's it.
Was that it?
Yeah, that might be it.
Man.
For the XO5,
All the way to
all the way to Amsterdam.
all the way to
see-
Amsterdam for 10 minutes of 360 footage.
Yeah. All right.
Full Auto Sega.
I want to say, did A2M make it?
Oh, I don't think so. Pseudo Interactive.
Pseudo Interactive, right? Yeah. I believe they made.
Oh, wait a
Cell
minute.
Damage.
Yeah, that's right.
This tape is okay. No, it is labeled on the inside here.
Oh, you can no longer buy Full Auto on Games on Demand.
That's okay. Okay, so this is be slightly out of order. This tape is labeled Xbox Summit 2005. and it is from July 28th, 2005. So a couple months before XO5.
Okay. We get an even more rudimentary Marcus Phoenix.
Yeah.
What's he going to be doing
and
this time?
is a significantly longer tape and bigger.
That's a big tape.
It's a big tape.
It's a big tape. Oh, get in there. Okay. And then it's just handwriting out here. Someone with excellent handwriting just wrote Xbox 2005 Summit on it.
Okay.
Is this the person who lost the passport?
Probably not.
Okay.
Actually.
All right. Okay. Then I would have guessed wrong.
Okay.
All right. Let's roll this tape back, and hit it. Xbox Summit 2005.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that
this
is.
would have been.
July. So that would have been after all the Elijah Wood business and like the desert event.
Unless that's what they were calling their press conferences, and this is actually just their E3 press conference on a big tape.
E3 wouldn't have been in July though, right?
But they maybe didn't issue the tape until July.
Oh, maybe. The desert event was like the launch event.
Right.
Okay. That was like
Ground Zero, or
Right.
0 hour,
0
whatever
hour.
they called it. Yeah.
Video games were dumb
Were.
back then, and still are. All right. Okay.
Oh, I'm out. I'm off. I'm way off. Sorry. I'm off time. This is nice.
Yeah.
Fast forward. Okay.
Ah. Hey, look at the nice full screen logo. Good presentation.
All right. Get serious. Get focused. It's time for PGR3. Audio configuration stereo.
Nice.
That crowd.
Yeah.
Full 3D crowd.
Good looking crowds. All right, this is this is extreme. I gotta get.
Yeah. Got to get amped.
Hell yeah.
Bought this yesterday. It's been sitting on my desk, so it's nice and room temperature. Chug it faster that way.
Yep. Gary Hall.
Just like my man Gary Hall. My man Eamon Ertone.
That's what we were aiming our tones in that test image.
Yep. And our aim was true.
Is this B-roll? This is a little too heavily produced.
These are this is a trailer.
This is, yeah.
But also, I mean, like
All this GTV business.
It's not a good trailer because it is just kind of like here's some footage, right?
Yeah.
It's like B-roll that's also meant to entertain the person editing it.
What is it? Xbox Summit?
Xbox Summit 2005. Ending live transmission. Air single quotes. Does that play? Can you do an air single quote?
I think that's a Dr. Evil.
Ah, man, forget it.
Oh, that was in Japan.
Oh, okay. All right.
Huh.
I like that sound. I miss that sound.
Yeah.
Nearly 60 games were shown.
All right.
The heft of the list of games alone shows Microsoft is serious about Japan for the new generation.
Developer, Atari Japan.
I'm serious about Japan.
I don't think that panned out too well. I guess the 360 did the best of the Xboxes.
Oh yeah,
in
it's
Japan.
better than the original Xbox. It would have had to.
And better than the Xbox One.
Probably.
Of course, people just aren't buying consoles in Japan so much now.
Yeah.
Unless you count the Switch.
This game is like Journey, but a driving game.
Right. Was this in Hawaii? Is this the Hawaii one?
Yeah, I think
That
so.
looks like Hawaii.
They did a sequel also.
Okay. The one where they would just match people in randomly
Right.
as you were driving around. That was a cool idea.
Yeah, totally. Revolutionary
Yeah.
in in a very unsung way at the time. I remember that they were going like, man, that's cool that they do this. Every game should do this. And then
Nobody did it.
Journey did.
Yeah.
You guys like this song?
I mean, I did.
I wonder if Blur likes this song.
Probably not. They probably like the royalties they receive.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
It's good. It's good.
It's not a bad song.
Blur's
Yeah.
a good band. That's a good album.
Yeah, Blur,
Right, but
Blur
that is like intentionally not like anything else they do or did. Like, from what I remember, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the song was like their tongue-in-cheek send-up of grunge,
I think so.
and then it turned out that everybody just took it as a straight-up like. It was not meant seriously, let's say, and then everybody took it seriously.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. They did a good job.
Yeah.
But I also remember that this game being disappointing. Like I remember that concept being really cool,
Yeah.
but the game itself not being very good.
Sure.
Yeah, Xbox event in Japan, huh? We might call this FIFA 06. Who could say?
We're thinking of maybe calling it FIFA 07.
Because Japan, there's a time difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like a year ahead, right?
Well, it's like in Korea, when you're born, you're 1 year old already, so it like messes with everything that way. Oh, that's a yellow card.
What's that then?
That's a happy accident.
Okay. Yeah! Fuck that guy! I wonder if EA Japan still exists.
I don't know.
This was billed to Electronic Arts KK,
Huh. Interesting.
which is the joint venture they did with KK Slider.
Of course.
You only play it on Saturday nights.
I ended up on the Steam page for Wolfenstein: The New Order
Yeah.
a week or two ago, which auto-plays the launch trailer for that game, which I don't think I had ever seen before.
Yeah.
Which starts with a scene of a soccer game in 1960 that might be the World Cup, where the Nazi referee hauls a player on something and then pulls out a pistol and shoots him in the head.
I'd watch more soccer.
That's how that trailer starts.
It actually sounds like a future I can get behind. I mean, except the Nazi part, but
Yeah. If that was like Mutant League Soccer.
All right, that's it. That's all the games they showed.
Yep. Driving game, soccer.
That IGN story I landed on said there were like 60 games there.
Yeah. Well, this tape is supposedly pretty long.
it's a big tape.
It's pretty big.
And
Is this Perfect Darkness?
game. Oh shit! Psych.
Nice work.
Yeah.
This is a great game. This was a great game. Well, they've dubbed it in Japanese. They're probably not going to show the actual good part of this
Hey
game.
guys, spoilers. Spoiler alert.
I've still never played it. I never played it. Never seen it. I couldn't pick Razor Callahan out of a lineup.
He'd be the one in the car.
I don't know how.
That's pretty cool.
That's only loosely. No, I guess you can do that.
Was the game any good?
Yes, yeah, it was a good game. Need for Speed games used to be good.
Was it race based? Like
yeah.
single races, not like.
It was open world.
Oh, it was open
race
world.
based in an open world, but then also you would get away from the cops and stuff like that.
Right. I didn't think they were doing open world racing.
You could kind of like there were spots where you could like get the car to land on the top of either like a bus or a donut shop or something like that. There was just a rooftop you could get on in a car chase, and the cops could never get up there to bust you, and you could just sit there and spin donuts and accrue like pursuit points, and then you'd have to eventually like jump off the roof and try to get away. Yeah, they did not showcase any of the actual awesome parts of that game, but you know,
I wonder if that game is backwards compatible.
I don't think it is.
Bummer.
I guess I don't know.
That's unfortunate.
No, because now like all the games they make backwards compatible are also on sale in the store.
Okay. Because I was going to say, I have a good strong urge to go buy a copy if I could play it on an Xbox One.
I played a lot of one of the Need for Speeds, but I can't remember which. And I remember nothing about it other than that you drove. There was no FMV. It was on the GameCube.
I'm gonna say it's Carbon. That's my guess.
That might
Need for
be
Speed
it.
Carbon.
That might be it.
Oh, we should have hooked up 5.1 system for this.
Yeah,
for this
just get
tape.
these are virtual. They're not actually. Early sports trailers are always fun, especially at the turn of a generation.
Good tech test.
Yeah, because it's just like, look at this man.
Yeah.
It's a good basketball.
Look at this
All
basketball.
of our horsepower is going into this basketball. Look at what we can do now.
What they're talking about right now in the timeout is
Was it? It was sweat. I was
Sweat
just
tech.
about to say, like the beginning of this generation was the
sweat tech.
the sweat generation.
Do you think older athletes are pissed? Like, man, I used to look like shit in the Super Nintendo video games and in like N64, and now now fucking LeBron looks so good in modern games.
It was not the facial animation,
Yeah.
the facial expression generation.
A lot of games, not all, I don't know, but games will do like classic teams and players and stuff, so some of them are kind of
true.
getting their due after the fact.
Hey, bring it in. All right, guys, remember, this is basketball. You got to bounce it, and then I want you to throw it in the net, okay? Why don't you throw it in the net?
He always gets to throw it in the net.
And the Sonics back on the court. They're down by 2. There's Allen.
But like, the game didn't.
And the Sonics take their time.
Ah!
It's a lot of sweat.
It's a lot of sweat.
a possible opening on the perimeter for Seattle.
That's a yellow card.
And here is the shot by Radmanovich for the tie. Ray Allen puts it down. The game is tied, and he is fouled.
Look, I know I told you needed to throw in the net. What I did was more of a place motion, but that's okay
Yeah,
too.
it's there either way.
98
Also,
to 98?
That team doesn't exist anymore, the Supersonics, right? They,
No.
One of the NBA's best free throw
What
shooters.
happened? Did they move? They get renamed?
Turn of events, Marv. I can't
They
trip.
moved and got renamed, I think is what happened.
All right.
EA Sports.
To the game. That's the greatest video game bumper. I don't know what you want to call it. Title card
Yeah,
I
it
don't
probably
of all time.
It probably is it's certainly one of the most iconic.
Definitely.
I like the Capcom PS1 era.
They're like,
Yeah. That's pretty good.
pretty good.
Yeah.
The Konami noise.
I like the SNES era Konami
Yeah.
noise quite a bit.
That's good.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that was in arcade stuff, like Beatmania, I want to say
Yeah.
had, like DDR still had it.
Turtles in Time.
Yeah.
Played a lot of that game.
There's a really good, there was a brief period of time where Konami was issuing arcade games using something called bubble memory. And it was some kind of storage. The game was on this bubble memory or whatever, and you had to heat it up to operating temperature. So when you powered on the game, it would play this fun song for like a while. And you got to listen to this fun, it was called the morning music. And I'm long overdue in making that my alarm.
It's my favorite John Dunn quote.
Yeah. This game was good.
Yeah.
It was fucked up. It was hard. It was
Yes.
just like made by people that didn't want humans to play their video game.
I know.
But that's part of what made it good.
You were never around for any of those streams I did of this early this year, were you?
No, I don't think I was.
Still got it. Keep playing.
Yeah.
This is one of 2 games that I got the full 1,000
Oh, wow.
achievements in.
Dude,
That's, wow.
those achievements were not easy.
I think that's why I specifically went out for it.
Right.
Like, I did the thing where you drive around in the parking lot in a loop.
Yeah.
I did that too. I got a lot of the achievements in this game, but I never got Frank the Pimp.
Is that what he looked like?
Yeah.
Wow, they changed his look a lot.
Well, we'll see him again. This is possible. The
His
model
face
could-
seems a little more scrunched
Yeah,
than I remember.
Well, we're looking at a weird aspect ratio on this footage right now.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right.
This is the first game that did something cool with achievements. Remember that?
Yeah.
Like, remember how like every game up to this point, this was like a year after release or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like every game before this was just like finish level 1, finish level 2,
Yeah.
beat the game. You know.
And you had stuff like there was like the basketball. What? Good God, man. There was some basketball, some sports games that would have like 5 achievements in them overall.
Yeah, totally.
There was the one, I remember people had to get together, I think it was NBA Live 07.
Yeah, one of the NBA.
achievement for like, play when there are 1,000 people playing online at the same time.
And the servers were going down.
Yeah.
Right? So you
were like last-ditch efforts by the achievement sites. Like, get everybody together.
That achievement is now no longer obtainable.
Like all the Marvel Heroes trophies are about to be.
But yeah, like Dead Rising had it was the first game I remember that gave you extra gameplay challenges in the achievements.
Yeah.
Like stuff you wouldn't have thought to do otherwise.
I think I got all the achievements in this game as well.
Shitoku Battle?
Yeah.
I have no idea what this is.
This is Shitoku Highway Battle. They did a lot of these games. Genki did a lot of driving games. It came out here called Import Tuner Challenge, I think. But it's not a great driving game. You drive around Tokyo's highways and you battle. So it's like you're kind of driving around and other racers are also driving around. You pull up behind them and flash your lights at them to start a race and go from there. I think that's how this one went. And I never had liked any of the, they came out on Dreamcast and a lot of other places over the years. And I just never liked any of them, but it was literally the achievements. Like I was so fucking hot on achievements at the time that I was playing whatever. And I think I got all the points in this game. Like that trailer makes sense because when they say we're making a Shitoku Battle game for Xbox, you know exactly what that already is. At the time, you would have anyway. In Japan, you definitely would have known that.
I remember that.
Now you look at it and go like, that's a terrible trailer. It doesn't even show any of the game. But instead, it's you get hyped. You're like, oh fuck! Look at those streets. Look at how good it looks now.
Look at that lady leaning on a car.
Lady's leaning on that car. I want to lean on a car.
Yeah.
What if it's the car from Full Auto?
Hard pass. Well, now I know why this tape is so long.
Wait, did I just hear it do something?
I thought I heard a noise as well, but it is still playing.
Huh.
Oh, hell yeah. This is where it finally started to get good.
It's interesting that it said Dynasty Warriors 5. Well, yeah, because that would be the Japanese name. Is Shin Sengoku Musou 4 Special. Remember when the first Dynasty Warriors game was like a fighting game and was cool?
God, that's right.
And then instead of making more of those, they just started making this instead.
Totally forgot about that. Wasn't it like a PS2 launch game?
No, that was a PS1 game.
Was it?
And the first what we think of now as Dynasty Warriors, I think was a PS2 launch game or close to it, along with Kessen.
That's totally a thing you do on the PS2, right? Is say, hey, look how many people we can fit on the screen.
Totally. Yeah, I guess this like sweat tech is sensible as a launch game. As a thing to show at launch, I guess. But this is not what this game looked like at all.
It's a pretty good trailer, though.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Watch that guy.
Oh, shit.
Yellow Turban Rebellion. I'll show you a rebellion.
Oh.
That guy's fucking jacket came to life. That guy's sword came to life.
Which one is Lubu?
He's got a staff.
Today we are all Lubu.
I think. Maybe that's Lubu. All I know about Lubu is he's got a staff, and that might be wrong.
That's all you want to know. I mean, don't look into it too much, but they doxed Lubu and found his LinkedIn, and it's honestly a fucking bummer.
I kind of want the illusion alive.
Same.
"90 seconds of game."
How long have we been
2 minutes of
suffering with the Dynasty Warriors franchise? Too long, I say.
Let's find out.
Dynasty
I do
Warriors.
want to go play that first game again, because I have forgotten what it was. I remember liking it at the time.
Is it subject to scientific evaluation?
I would want to take a look at it and check, because I think it might be.
Do a little pre-analysis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, with any good like scientific.
I mean, you have to establish your methodology
Hypothesis,
first.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What's the like control group of fighting games?
Oh, like what do you like playing on the side? That's just like, here's the benign thing off to the side.
God, that's right. Dynasty Warriors is considered an offshoot of Romance of the Three Kingdoms.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I don't know how much you know about Japanese culture, but I'm an expert.
Yeah.
And let me tell you.
All right, lay it out. How many hours of Final Fantasy XI did you play?
Actually, wait, was this the one, or was it, maybe am I thinking of 13? Where people got mad that it was coming out on the Xbox?
I think 13 was the one.
I think 13 is the one I'm thinking of.
Yes.
Where people straight up got mad that it wasn't a PlayStation exclusive.
Sure.
This one was just kind of whatever.
Well, this was already on PC.
Yeah,
and
this
stuff.
one was
like
already,
it was hard to.
And it was old at this point, right?
Right. Yeah.
Like it had been out on PS2 for a while.
Yeah.
Chocobos.
Nobody cared about this one.
Play online. Sign up for your Play Online account. And then play Tetra Triad. And then receive emails via Play Online. Play Online's a whole universe of experiences. It's not just for Final Fantasy XI.
Yeah. It runs in infrastructure mode.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Early MMOs.
How about MMOs?
How about Anarchy Online?
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay.
Huh?
I never played that.
I played as Agent, I think.
You guys, wasn't like early GameSpot like way into Anarchy
Yeah, we
Online?
got way into AO. Like me and, I want to say it was like me and Miguel and Gerald.
Yeah. I heard some stories about people being seen around the office on the weekends playing Anarchy Online.
I just, look, if you're going to be at work, and I don't care if you're there at night or you're there on the weekend, but if you're going to be at the office for an extended period of time, wear pants.
Yes.
Ben, if I can impart one thing upon you.
One thing we've learned over the years. It doesn't matter what time, day or night, you're in the office, you should be wearing pants.
If you think no one's around and you think like, maybe I'll just have my pants off for a while, because it's like 1 a.m.
I'm glad you told me this now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I'll say.
Okay.
I love how Team Ninja insists on throwing the entire intro on their fucking B-roll footage.
Yeah.
Do we ever find out if it's dead or alive?
We're still wondering. I was wondering if the core fighters are dead or alive. And now Virtua Fighter characters, are they dead or alive?
Can they be both?
Probably. I don't know, I think like there's kind of a multi-step process in determining if they're dead or alive, where first we have to decide heaven or hell. And then also triumph or die. There's a lot of things we have to get to before we can even understand the question.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair because the wheel of fate is turning.
Exactly.
She was practicing Kung Fu on that bridge for a long time. Why would you fight her on that bridge? She knows that bridge in and out.
Yeah.
You fucked up, Kasumi.
These games are fun.
Yeah. I always like Virtua Fighter more.
Yep.
When was the last time they made one of these?
DOA 5 is on Xbox One and PS4. Is a free-to-play thing.
Okay.
And zillions of dollars of costume and DLC.
Right.
Yeah.
And it has Virtua Fighter characters in it, which is both fantastic and fucking sad.
That was just a port of a 360 era game, right? Or was that
DOA 5,
DOA,
I think.
was that a brand new game?
There was a Virtua Fighter game on PS3 and 360.
Yeah, but did DOA 5 only come to current consoles, or did it start on like 360
Yeah, that's
PS3?
what I'm asking.
I think. I don't remember.
This is 4, right?
Yeah, this is 4.
Okay. The hell is Itagaki up to these days? That's kind of nothing since Devil's Third, right?
Oh, right. Yeah, Devil's Third. Yeah. I was trying to remember what was the game, what was the studio or whatever. I feel like that's always a really fun thing to do in a fight, is to just start spinning around while spinning around the person. They never see it coming and they have no idea what to do.
Yeah.
Try it on your friends sometime in a bar. Just only your friends. Do not do that to strangers. They don't deserve that type of treatment. I like Kristen.
This one's Kristen.
That one.
White hair?
Oh, that's right. The things that say "Congrats on the Xenon launch" on all the backgrounds and stuff would scroll.
Oh, weird.
On all the trailers they put out for this.
Huh. Yeah, well, Team Ninja was like big on the,
right.
Oh yeah, huh?
like big on the Xbox for a long time, right?
Right. Yeah.
Or even go back to the first Xbox.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
they made
Ninja Gaiden and all that other stuff. Like I remember there were like all these quotes from Itagaki when they wanted to bring it to PlayStation platforms, where he was basically just like, "Fuck that. You do what you want, Tecmo. I guess." Like it's just yeah, I don't know. Like always really weird. Someday we'll decipher the story of Dead or Alive.
Don't make
Attack.
promises you can't keep.
No, it's. I mean, I've got most of it.
Who's the guy?
Fame Douglas
Fame
wants
Douglas,
to start a
that's right.
fighting. He has a fighting tournament, and he invites everybody to his boat.
Fame Douglas is such a good name.
And Doatek clones and it's 152. And see these clones here. These are clones for Kasumi that they made. And see, here's the clone of Kasumi called. Was it? I think it's 150. I don't know what the fuck. I forget what.
Kasumi's not a clone, right? She's real.
I don't know. What is
are
the
real?
clones not real?
And then at one point, Hayate became Ein and lost his memory. And at the same time,
And Ryu Hayabusa
Bayman had a
showed up.
good sandwich on an oil rig. It's a long trailer, but I guess if you're going to be showing Xbox games in Japan, that's one of the ones you would go long on.
Yeah. What was the runtime on this tape?
37 minutes.
Okay. Okay, so it's not going to be all 60 games of this thing.
No. I'm sure some of them were just announced and screenshots or whatever. I wonder if was it the Conveni 220XX? It's a convenience store simulator.
Yeah. Wow, they made one of the, because I remember like there's stuff like Yoshinoya on the PS2. Was it like in that vein?
Sort of.
Man.
Or like Every Party, the party game.
Yeah.
We should play Every Party. I imported an Asian copy of Every Party that I think is in English.
Never heard of Every Party.
It's a shitty party game. This game got canceled.
Did it?
Yeah, Frame City Killer never came out, right?
I guess not. I remember the name. That's a good name.
Yeah, how could you forget that?
Was this like the Death by Degrees team or something like that?
We need to find
Like they made the Nina game and I forget the lineage, but
keep you inside my heart.
There's a glitch in the Matrix. I see 10 of the same person.
oh no.
Yeah, canceled by Namco in 2006.
Okay. Literally right. That this is just the
Can't trust a guy named Mole, I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah, that's
This is a bad trailer.
yeah. No, this is a good trailer.
That guy's glasses.
Piano 3.
Consumed with the
Cyber glasses.
Face to face in this game.
Is that his skin, or?
I'll put this city out of its misery. Frame City.
Oh.
Oh, that was on Unreal.
Huh.
Weird.
Apparently, at some point, they were thinking we're just calling it Frame City. Love
Football.
It's a tentative title. We're still thinking like
We forgot. We haven't really decided how to.
Yeah.
If we can spell football.
I believe I imported a copy of this as well.
So, was that just more achievement fever?
Yeah. And I was buying games and getting like 2 achievements out of them because I don't fucking read Japanese.
Oh, it's gonna be soccer, is it? God damn it!
Yeah.
I got tricked again.
It's a dating sim. Where you date this guy.
All right.
Nice.
Cute. I'm gonna kick this ball out of the stadium. Then
That's how much
nobody
he
can
loves
play.
football. He's like, fucking get out of here.
No.
No, not at all.
I don't even love American football.
What about Canadian football?
What's that?
It's like American football, but the fields are wider.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Rocket played there. Rocket Ismail.
Who's that?
He's
He a wrestler?
Football player.
Oh. With a name like Rocket Ismail, it could be anything.
It's good.
A race car driver.
Yeah.
A chef.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
Chef Rocket.
any sort of awesome, any sort of like cool profession.
Yeah.
Rocket is a really
chef.
good name for. Well, I mean like a cool chef.
Okay.
Like a Gordon Ramsay kind of guy.
Well, by that logic, then, I mean, any job could be a cool job. If you're a cool chef, you could be a cool garbage man.
I don't want to like throw shade at anyone's profession, but there are some professions that inherently will
Could
not
be
be
a cool video game journalist.
That's not possible.
We'll keep trying.
There's only one cool video game developer.
Yeah.
Like, so there's only one cool person in video games.
Okay. Far East of Eden.
Zidagaki. He's the only cool developer.
Yeah.
I mean, he
it's-
wore a leather jacket.
Yeah. He wore glasses all the time.
A long, long time ago in Japan, East of Eden, there was a heroic battle.
There have been a lot of Far East of Eden games.
Yeah, I've heard the name a bunch of times. I don't have much idea what it is, though.
I read East of Eden.
Had settled, Masakado was sealed deeply
I don't think
underground by
it has anything to do with this.
hundreds of years have passed since
Wait,
that
this is anime.
Yeah. I'd say these are maybe SNES games. Like this was like long running too. Huh. You fool for this one.
I would play this. This reminds me of the Tales games.
Wait, it's just a JRPG.
Yeah.
After all that, okay, sure.
That guy's got a fan.
Look at those fucking letters.
I know
how good they
that
look.
fucking gigantic 3D lettering is pretty awesome.
I feel like someone spent a lot of good time on that and it paid off. Because now I want to play that game.
I'll play that game.
Zyria. I think some of those came over.
Chant Arm.
This is.
Oh God, it's From.
Yeah.
What's this about?
I don't remember what this is about. The name's familiar.
Yeah, yeah.
With all their EM and all that other stuff.
I have to look up Far East of Eden.
我が名はクイーン・オブ・アイス、神に最も近い存在、デビル・ゴーレムと呼ばれた
Devil the Golem put out the fucking hottest mixtape in the game this year. All right, there's an arm.
Yeah, with an eyeball
enchanted.
in it. I think I probably...
Or enchanting.
I'm pretty sure I covered this in some capacity.
I don't think this game came over.
Are you sure? I
guess I don't know, but...
It's like an import preview or something. I have to go now. That'll take forever to look up.
Whoa. That character was playing like some kind of fucking space saxophone.
Is that M. Bison?
Yeah.
Enchanto Arm!
Yeah, this came over here as Enchanted Arms.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The prequel to Arms?
Mm-hmm. The arms
how
got
they got the
disenchanted,
power.
and then they lost the power, and then they had to
they
rely
could
on
die.
a system of springs and coils.
Greg Mueller reviewed this.
Huh.
Yeah, I think I played that at some point.
Yeah, Wrestle Kingdom.
Kingdom of Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Who rules the Wrestle Kingdom? What is the governmental structure?
Shinsuke Nakamura, I think, is probably
type of government are we talking about?
Emperor of Wrestle Kingdom. I believe he's actually in this game. He's wrestling for WWE now. But I think this is his first video game appearance, maybe. Wrestle Kingdom is the show that they do every January 4th. It's like their biggest show of the year.
Who's they?
Good.
New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, okay. Like they're like the league, right?
Yeah.
Or the big one. I mean,
yeah.
I saw a bunch of really good tweets about
High quality. Look, you said you put the Ukes name up front. Don't fucking lie about this high quality business.
there's some New Japan wrestler who's in the little league, and his whole gimmick is he's a vampire. He's just a really big dude with vampire teeth. Apparently he got banned from the Olympics for using steroids.
Okay.
And so he's like, well, I'm just going to become a pro wrestler
Sure,
then.
why not? Just lean into it.
Yeah.
Kenny Omega wrestles for New Japan. And he will wrestle Chris Jericho at the upcoming Wrestle Kingdom. It's a very big deal. It's very exciting.
Who does Chris Jericho wrestle for?
He's a free agent right now. He's putting on a boat cruise.
Nice.
Next year. A wrestling cruise with bands and stuff.
Chris Jericho cruise?
Mm-hmm. No, it's called something way worse than that, probably.
Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Wait, Jericho.
Just say it, the Joko cruise.
Yeah.
Chris Jericho cruise is what I was trying to get, but
Jericho cruise crazy.
I kept tripping.
That was them turning out the lights on Ghost Recon 3. This game's called Grawl.
Oh, that's right.
Grawl.
I have a drink koozie, or maybe two of them at my house that say Grawl has a posse.
That's... Of course you do. I would love to see a photo of that item.
I think I have a shirt that says that too.
Oh God.
I may have donated that to Goodwill a few months ago.
This was a good game.
Target is confirmed.
Did they ever say Graw Dog in it?
Yeah, at the end of every level, your guy goes, "Now that's Graw Dog in it," and then they high five and it freezes, and then it totals up how many secrets you found, and if you got all the keys or not.
I'll take the sniper. Ramirez, take the tank.
That's really good, not real voice acting. I don't know, maybe it was real. I don't know. It's 2005, it was a long time ago.
Oh, hell yeah.
Got him.
I would imagine if you were in that tank and you saw the smoke, you'd be like, fuck, I gotta get out of this tank. Oh yeah.
That was the old Ubisoft,
Ubisoft
chime thingy.
That thing.
I forgot, it's kind of like pleasant to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grog dog in it.
What was that? I mean, that was just like a third-person shooter, squad-based.
Yeah, squad-based squad shooter. Like fun abilities, like the multiplayer was. That I think that was the one that had the achievement for run a multiplayer server for 8 hours straight.
Right.
And I just left it on overnight, and people were like, I was in the middle of all the Red Ring shit. So people were like, "You're killing your Xboxes by getting this achievement."
Huh. Yeah, they were all gonna die eventually.
Just wrap it in a towel.
Yeah.
Ooh. Didn't work. Brad's the only one who has the power.
That's right.
And he can't abuse it either.
That might.
No, I'm afraid. I got it one time, and now
Yeah.
I could fast forward.
Well, if you do it twice, we'll know you're a witch.
This says 41 minutes.
So it's probably done.
And probably so that might actually be the end of the tape.
Now I'm definitely glad I didn't do it. Yeah, that's it.
This is pretty good though.
It's nice
I'm
and
just gonna
gray.
fast forward a little bit longer here, make sure. Okay,
Yep.
that's the end of the tape. Cool.
Okay.
All right, Xbox Summit. It's cool to see some of the
Weird
Japanese
stuff,
launch
yeah.
stuff. Like,
Especially like Frame City Killer and.
yeah, I mean they went in a lot more for the Japanese
tried.
launch of that. Yeah, they tried
I mean,
a lot
they-
harder than they did for the original Xbox.
They felt that infamous photo of the Japanese journalists laughing at the Xbox.
Oh God, yeah. I was at that.
They had to make amends. At that one?
I went to a Japanese launch event for the original Xbox. And Bill Gates was there. And it was.
Was he cool?
Yeah, very.
He kept talking about malaria the whole time. Though.
Yeah,
It was weird.
it was like, it was two things. It was malaria and fusion frenzy. All right, so final tape here. This is, I believe, another Japanese Xbox tape, but we're going to go a year later. This is September 18th, 2006. It just says Xbox 360 B-roll, and then there's some Japanese down here. And then, there's a game list and other stuff in here in Japanese if you want to see it, but don't read it out loud. That would ruin the fun. But it's like some actually really neat paperwork.
Oh, wow, that looks cool. That looks like a Japanese form.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, yeah, look at this. Cool. Some bangers on here.
Don't spoil the tape.
I'm not going to say what's on it, but now I know.
I already saw one of them.
God damn it.
I was like, this looks like a game. It was that game.
It was, yeah, it's a game, yeah.
I was like, whoa.
All right, here we go. This hot tape. This one says B-roll on it, so this might be a little less produced. Don't.
Bring your B-roll.
Secret tapes. Oh, okay. All right.
Right? Mm-hmm. It's got that game.
Mm-hmm.
You know the one.
Bubsy.
Everyone at home knows it. Just shout out the name when you see it.
Iggy's Wrecking Balls.
You weren't supposed to say the name of the game.
You told me to shout it when I saw it.
Is this one a proper 16:9 tape? Oh, it says L box. That probably means the letter box. L box. But these are different bars. Same tone.
Yeah. It's more bars.
Yeah.
I mean, it's actually the same bars and more.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I was
Bonus.
thinking, like, is this one actually native 16:9?
Bonus bars. Yeah, it might actually be.
Nice.
Do not call that number. The Nevin's Club Blaster remix. Also known as the worst version of this song.
Yeah, it's not good. I like Nerd, but
We think you hear that new song?
No.
Lemon. It's got Rihanna on it, or not. They put it out both ways.
Oh, weird.
You want to hear Pharrell doing the verse, you can, but also it's out with Rihanna doing it. It's a bad song. And I think about it a lot.
Nerd, probably the best Nardwuar interview.
I want to see the top 5 lists on that.
Pharrell just freaks out the whole time. I think the story is he was so impressed with it that he got Nardwuar an interview with somebody else who was huge at the time, and that was like really like blew up his career.
Yeah.
It was like P. Diddy or something.
Nardwuar still at it?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Uh-oh. Here's a level of damage that is maybe not quite represented in the game.
It's behind the scenes. You wouldn't.
Yeah. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Is it the first one to touch the finish line or get to the end of the finish line?
I don't know.
We'll never know.
Yeah.
Jump in. Oh, right.
Fucking lemon. Damn, it's just stuck in my head now. All right, so this would be closer to release.
Yeah, this is like a
right?
couple months before it came out.
Yeah.
Do you believe in monsters?
Well, I hope you do.
Or the thing that lives under your bed? Do you believe nightmares are real? Are you afraid?
Of the dark. That fairy tale stuff always scares the crap out of me.
Most urban legends are based on fact.
Tell me about it.
None of that's in the game, right?
I don't think
I don't
so.
think any
Also,
of
a
that's
lot
in
of
the
this
game.
is the footage from the previous year.
Right.
What?
Ah, yeah.
That's totally the same footage.
Yeah, but he wasn't screaming this time.
No, he was.
No, he was.
Was he?
They cut it very carefully. Yes.
Aria!
All right. Sure. Man, Gears of War came out 11 years ago.
Want to feel old?
That's pretty wild.
Jump in.
Oh.
Nope, not that time.
Only when I say it.
Yeah, I fucked it all up.
What's it like being a witch?
I don't know what you're talking about. Just not going near any bodies of water.
You picked the wrong city to live in.
Damn it. Oh well, time to see if I float.
Yeah. Oh, it's been past time to see if you float.
Oh no.
Some nice separation because you don't want like video editors who don't know what any of this stuff is to accidentally like be like, here it is, Forza Motorsport 2. Ah! Uh-oh.
That's got a something.
Oh yeah?
I don't know what. I didn't have time to read the whole thing.
Viva Pinata official
Wait,
video
what?
game and auditions.
Okay, that's not what I was expecting.
Viva Pinata! An ever-changing world full of endless possibilities because this is a world where you get to call the shots. The pinata creatures and plant life that inhabit this land are
Fuck out.
It's good.
by you. Our story begins at a small garden that in its heyday was full of life. Heyday? That sounds delicious.
It's like Minecraft?
Now a bit run down. With a little care and consideration, you can restore this spot back to its heyday.
How do I open a obsidian gate?
And basic tools
You
to
just
help
keep
you
digging.
along. Your garden tending begins. And from the minute you dig your first hole and plant your first seeds, you're well on your way to attracting your first pinata visitors. Then, depending on how you design your garden, additional species will be lured in from the wild to check out your handiwork.
I don't remember that.
If they like what they see,
Disco
these
Does?
pinatas
Oh yeah, all the
move in.
every species house had like a dumb motif to it.
To create your
Okay,
own
maybe I just never got
design tag for them to wear, letting everyone
Seems like
know
I'm not
where
the
they
only one who's never played this game here.
tag will stay with the piñata wherever it may go. But your piñata parenting doesn't stop there. You'll also be able to name your new friends.
Jim. In Japan, that's a really exotic name, so it makes sense.
Colorful critters with all kinds of costumes and accessories. Now, if you want your piñatas to...
Maybe it's better that they don't make another Viva Pinata today, because think about how many microtransactions would be in this.
Oh, fuck, man.
And each of the over 60 species of piñata included in the game has their own personal housing preferences. Not only do these houses
Those worms
provide...
are gonna get it on.
Those worms are gonna do it.
also provide for a private haven where two friendly piñatas can...
That's how they get
Oh,
by the way.
you have to blur this out, Jason.
dance the night away, and they're not shy about showing off their moves. Now, as your piñata collection grows, you can choose which to collect and which to trade. You can even go off and visit a friend's garden. To help you enjoy these more social aspects of the game, you can hire helpers from the local village, leaving them to deal with the more mundane tasks of your daily routine.
Listening to them describe it and thinking about what this game is, like they're making it sound bigger than it is.
Kinda, yeah.
And I like this game a lot, but that's
Who comes to the rescue. So if troublemaking ruffians or sour piñatas pay your garden a visit,
Well, they're not wrong. You can visit other people's
yes,
gardens.
you
There
absolutely
just
can.
wasn't
Yeah,
much
there
reason
wasn't.
to do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
do you scare these pests off as quickly as possible?
That's right.
Or come up with a more creative way to rein
Send
in
that
the
thing to
rowdy
Pinata Heaven.
rascals. And even when the coast is
Like
clear of
building
sinister sours and other perils, you'll have your work cut out for you. After all, each piñata
Did you
resident
play much of the rare replay version of this?
works, and sometimes they won't.
I started a new garden and started playing again, and
every so often.
didn't get
And
too
although it's a
far.
piñata's
Okay.
destiny to
Is it
spill its
good?
candy,
Like,
best that
It's
it does
backwards compatibility 360.
Right.
It's the same thing.
well, I mean, the original game had like frame rate issues and stuff. Like, I wonder if they
your world
fixed it
I
up.
don't know. Yeah.
ultimately transform
The PC version of this is the best one, but I don't know if it even works anymore.
I think it still does. Like the Games for Windows Live shutdown kind of never happened.
Okay, I bought it on Games for Windows Live, but yeah, I don't know if I could download it anymore.
engagements to make on
Right.
Piñata Island.
I wonder.
But it's also just as much fun to sit back and watch life here do its thing. After all, the world of Viva Piñata is a living, breathing place full of opportunities and unforgettable characters. So come for a visit.
It's just a really strange way to pitch this game.
Kinda. Well, it's a strange game to pitch.
Yeah.
So
yeah. That's right. I guess the thing launched with the TV stuff.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Like,
they were
the
making.
cartoon was like
they were
it was
big-
transmedia
yeah,
day one.
They were making a big cross-media play.
4Kids TV was holy cow.
The best, right? No.
Oof.
What other shows did they have?
Kirby right back at you.
Okay, that sounds good.
Ultimate Muscle.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
I know that to be
Alright.
good.
Like Yu-Gi-Oh.
All the brands that I love.
Food. Oh God, what was it called? It was like a food fighting anime, and it's all about like you would cook.
Talked or whatever.
Yeah, you cook something and it would come to life and
I
fight.
remember seeing.
Fighting food-ons.
Yes.
The theme song was unforgettable. Sing the whole thing right now and won't.
They should remake this game for PS4.
But they've already got an engine.
That ping pong ball's too
Yeah.
big.
They should do a VR version of this game.
They should make a game based on ping pong, the animation. The greatest, my favorite #1 anime.
A VR version where I can walk across the other side of the table and smack Jesper across the face with the paddle.
Good trailer.
That's the most stylish table tennis game ever made.
Yeah.
The game was good, right?
Yeah.
I seem to remember people liking
Yeah,
it
it was
quite a bit.
yeah. Got hard. Well, it's weird because they tried to like, they tried nothing. They did it. They like there's a lot of spin on the ball, and so the ball would have a color on it as it came at you, like spinning around a spinning color, and that would be what button you would hit to return it.
Huh.
Or it would, kind of let you know what you needed to do to return it properly.
Cool.
And it looked great. Like at the time, you're just like, man, it's crazy how much work they put into making a table tennis game. And you're like, oh right, it's literally like an engine test that they
need to get their tech up and running,
made into a proper video game and shipped.
Make a 360 game.
Yeah. Think they'll ever do Bully 2?
I think so.
I'll say 50-50.
Yeah.
Odds getting longer all the time, let's say.
Sure.
I feel like. I don't feel like that's one you can necessarily sit on for a long time. Maybe you can. I don't know. Maybe there's a bunch of people who would jump at it like 15 years later.
Oh, right.
Whoa.
Yeah. This game didn't even come out as Crackdown in Japan.
Yeah, I know, it was Riot Act.
Yeah.
Better name if that's possible.
Way better name. I bought a copy of Riot Act just because the
name.
cover was cool.
Yeah, it had like an anime-looking cover too, right?
Yeah.
Man, this game was awesome at the time.
They should make another one of these.
Yeah, that would be cool. I don't know why they're not.
They haven't shown a single orb.
They didn't know at the time what they had on their hands.
Yeah. Now I feel like when they talk about Crackdown, they show too much of the orbs.
Yeah, like didn't they lead?
It's like, hey guys, remember this? Like
didn't the Crackdown 3 announcement trailer like lead with an orb or something?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I guess that's the right thing to do once.
Yeah.
But maybe not.
But I want to say they did the same thing for Crackdown 2. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's... Those cars were doing nothing wrong.
Sounds like something a car apologist would say.
There was so much cool, weird, innovative stuff coming out on the 360 at that time.
Oh yeah, it's like they had this games division and had to publish some games, and
but also like good, always online multiplayer was still a new thing with cross game invites and achievements and it's just a lot of fun new stuff happening.
Kenji, come in. Oh, this game's a real banger. I saw just enough of the title of this to know what it is.
Wait, is it Denshin Go?
Yeah. A-Train.
Oh, is it? Okay.
What's the deal with Art Dink?
They make these train games.
I feel like I've heard the name a lot. But maybe it's just because it's a good name.
Yeah, it's a good name for railroad management. It's the first name in railroad management.
I thought Art was.
No.
High definition 720p.
Simulation game, railroad management, urban development, meme, gene, scene.
That's a great name.
Zero trains in this shot right now. Just putting that out there. Oh wait, there's a train.
Wait for it.
If I wanted to wait for a train, I would play some other game. Not a game that has train in the title.
But Mario trailers will show a shot and then Mario will run into it. You gotta establish, okay, we know there are trains, but why are there trains?
Because people have to get from place to place.
Exactly, so you have to show the world, you have to flesh it out. See, Train Island we consider to be one of the primary characters actually of
okay, well,
Train
yeah,
Ajax.
I guess I hadn't really considered, I don't think about Train Island that way.
It's like, you ever play Wii Sports Resort?
Yep.
Who's your favorite character from that game?
Woohoo Island.
Exactly. That's that Blur song we were talking about earlier, right?
Yeah. The song's about the island.
Go Kurosawa, go Kurosawa, go. Go Kurosawa, go Kurosawa, go.
Whoa.
I Wasn't ready for that.
What if that was their whole like logo identity? How good would that be?
Really good.
The Book of Creation and Destruction.
I should send this video to somebody at Microsoft and tell them they should do that.
Absolute goddess. The owner of the book will inherit her powers.
This looks like some anime shit.
This looks like Coldcept. So yes.
I don't know Coldcept.
It's like a card.
You like cards?
Thing.
Yeah. Is it like Bait and Kaitos? Because I like Bait and Kaitos.
I've heard that you love Bait and Kaitos.
ボードゲームとカードゲームが融合した独創的なゲームシステムにより熱狂的な支持を
I don't know, this game just exists in the same like folder in my brain as Phantom
完全新作として登場 日本を代表するクリエイター陣により
Yeah, well they didn't make a new Bait and Kaitos, did they?
They made two.
魅力的な世界観を表現
When was the last
They
one
didn't make a new Phantom Dust either.
Well, okay, yeah, okay, fair enough.
28人によって描かれたカー
Look, I will die on the Bait and Kaitos hill.
種類以上にも及ぶ
Someone has to. When you guys were playing Phantom Dust in the office for coverage, I got all the achievements because my account was logged in and I was out of the office and I just started getting notifications about achievements.
You did something that's terribly wrong.
And I had a moment where I was like, oh no, someone stole my shit. And even worse, they're using it to play Phantom Dust. We're doomed.
より奥深いゲーム性を実
Oh, so it's like Mario Party.
多彩な登場人物が織りなす90分以上のイベントシーンを
Was Bait and Kaitos like Mario Party?
No, it was like an RPG.
マルチエンディングで語られる RPG 並みの壮大な物語でカルドセプトの世界を堪能しようそして
I'm gonna make you guys watch me play Bait and Kaitos
オンライン
sometime
対戦
soon.
はもちろんのことアイ
It's
テ
the
ムや
fucking
カー
most
ドの
dire threat I've ever heard.
カードに魅せられた者たちのそれぞれの思い
But okay.
ここに明かされるカードの光と闇質量ともにシリーズ最高のボリュームを備えた最新作 Xbox 360専用ソフトカルドセプトサーガ11月22日
is a
発売
very
予定
bad name.
Yeah, there's something about the D and the C together like that that just doesn't look like a real word.
It's too close to
ダブル予約
cul-de-sac.
特典として
Yeah, if it had an E in there, if it was Cold-Sept.
限定ゲームで
Be a little better.
Yeah.
Or like Coldocept.
Sure. That'd be weird, but yeah, you could do it. Cards. How many there were multiple Cold-Sept games, right? I feel like that was like a big deal because it was like, oh man,
they're making one of those for the
doing
Xbox.
one of those for those. But maybe I'm just crazy.
Couldn't both be true.
Yeah, no, the first one was a Saturn game.
Weird. Huh.
Yeah. And then came to North America for the first time on PS2. NEC Interchannel. Sure, of course.
God, right, yeah. NEC used to make video games.
Cold-Sept Second was on the Dreamcast.
What does NEC do these days? Make like screens?
They must. Do some kind of home electronics.
Yeah, some kind of heavy industry.
Yeah.
NEC Zaibatsu.
NEC Corporation of America. I loaded it up and said, orchestrating a brighter world, smart city.
I want to live in NEC smart city.
Smart transformation. With so many disruptive changes to the market, the question now stands, will you smart transform or be left behind? I intend to smart transform.
I intend to be left behind. I've seen Smart House. I know how scary a smart house can be. Imagine a whole smart city.
I'm going to smart transform.
That sounds smart.
Later.
Do it yet?
No,
Okay.
no, later. That's, yeah.
There's that entire Team Ninja intro
Yeah.
again. Oh, wait. This is the other Dead or Alive. Okay. Hey,
Yeah.
it took me a second.
The more popular Dead or Alive.
Right.
The one that doesn't have Aerosmith in it. Or I guess actually maybe it did. I don't know.
They just put out a DOA Extreme browser game.
Extreme browser game is my new favorite phrase.
And the reason I know about that is because I saw a forum thread where some of the character models are pulling like an Assassin's Creed Unity.
Oh yeah, I saw some of that.
So not only is it this, but it's this with like faces exploding
faces,
and like
yeah.
just god awful mutations.
It's the world's first browser game. You have to play incognito mode.
What are like? What do you do in these games?
It's a bunch of mini games.
It's like a vague. There's like mini games, but also it's like this vague dating sim type thing.
You're
of like
buying gifts.
Yeah, you buy gifts for the girls, like swimsuits and other things they might like, and then they maybe are your partner in volleyball, so you occasionally play some volleyball, or butt bumping in the pool, or hopping across the pool, or whatever.
Butt bumping is really what you're there for.
It's the only thing you're there for, yeah. That's it. And then photo mode stuff.
Mode. That's not... That can't be comfortable.
They're bad games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I had figured. I assumed.
I've tried to take them seriously, like to go like, okay, what is this really?
Yeah.
Like if we get past like the part where it's like it is it's the thing. If you get past that part and get into like what is this video game, you go like, this is fucking terrible. Like the first volleyball game, like Extreme Beach Volleyball.
Right. They start that whole thing grew out of a volleyball game, right?
Right. It was just called DOA Extreme Beach Volleyball,
which was like actually a volleyball game.
Yeah.
Right.
And it wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know. Then the volleyball is in the later games, but not to the same degree.
Turned out the volleyball wasn't the point.
I guess at some point, yeah, they realized let's maybe we could just.
Only perverts are buying our game.
Right. Let's just knock this out right here. Like, let's keep the volleyball in because, they jump a bunch.
Oh, Idea Factory.
Yeah.
It's a factory of ideas.
Oh, shit. Holy shit. Is that it?
I hope so.
That's the world's greatest video game trailer.
That was pretty good.
That's it. Just 8 people screaming at you in Japanese.
And then date. It's pretty good.
What was it even called?
I don't know.
Ridari? Was it? Started with an R. I wonder if that game ever came out.
I don't know.
It's impossible to know.
Yeah. Now here's a video game.
Wait, what? What are they doing? Showing this off now? Wasn't this out?
The 360 didn't launch simultaneously with in all territories, right? So if it launched in Japan a little later, then this might have still been relevant.
I guess you're right. No, this was never relevant.
I mean, you might think it's interactive, but
not quite. Not really.
Tired of all these pseudo-interactives out here trying to talk big about their ideas for the changing the future.
Yeah. Disrupting this and that. I mean, this is, probably final footage of the game. And this is probably like their launch trailer and not like the footage we saw in the other one.
Blew up the gas station.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, stuff blew up. You could blow stuff up.
Do they smell cat litter?
I don't.
Never mind.
Like that like corny starch kind of.
Oh.
Did you pee your pants?
Yeah, but that was before I came in.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna look and see.
These moments are awkward. It's not long enough to talk about anything.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
So this is the game. I was looking down, and I looked back up, and I saw these character models.
Whoa.
It's the Joker.
It's the guy from Mega Race?
Yep. I saw these characters. I was like, oh, this looks like they're copying Fusion Frenzy. And it was Fusion Frenzy.
Yeah.
Who made these games?
Was it,
And or where were they made?
I want to say they were made in the UK.
Oh, okay.
Was it the studio that did the Burger King games?
Whoa, really?
I think.
Wow.
I wonder what Bill thinks of Fusion Frenzy 2.
Blitz Game Studios.
Okay.
They made the first one anyway. I'll look and see if they made 2 as well. I assume so.
Buying all 3 of those Burger King games at a Burger King drive-thru at 6 in the morning. It's one of my most cherished memories.
Yeah. Apparently Hudson did this one. Damn.
Okay, I was gonna say, I thought I remembered this being made in Japan for
What
some
happened
reason.
to Hudson?
It got bought by
Konami.
Konami.
Okay.
Yeah, so
they don't make games anymore.
Right. And I believe that is the last thing on here.
Poor Master Higgins.
I know.
I thought I saw a couple more games.
I'm looking because these things have times
There's 2
on
pages.
Oh, there's 2 pages. Oh gosh.
Maybe we're only halfway through the tape.
We are halfway through the tape. Oh gosh, there are.
They're not double-sided, are they?
The tapes?
No, the pages.
No, the pages. No, there's.
So it's just 2 pages. Okay.
Gosh.
Yeah, we still got some games.
You sure?
Pretty sure.
Unless this is from a second tape. Unless this is from a different tape. I'm gonna hit fast forward because it looks like there's a long gap. Because the time code continues on here. It doesn't reset. So, but we might. Yeah, this might be a different. This might be a separate tape.
Okay.
Now I really want to find this separate tape.
I know there was some stuff on there.
S2 ST, S2 VTR tape. I don't read Japanese. DVW A500. I don't know what that even means. What are we talking about here? Tape number. That field's blank, so that's not helpful. Oh yeah, no, the time code does reset on. Oh no. Yeah, see, the time code on page 2 picks up where page 1 left off, implying that this would be on the same tape. But
shit. Okay, what is this?
This game.
What? The hell? Wait. It's not Valkyria.
Yeah, I was
Chronicles,
thinking like this looks like Valkyria Chronicles, but that's not anyone from Valkyria Chronicles.
Why do human beings keep fighting?
Jesus. This is kind of grim. Is this it? This isn't.
No.
It sure seems like the same thing.
Yeah.
That was a Wolfman. That's still a Wolfman. Is anyone seeing this but me? Did any of you see the Wolfman?
Like Wolfman Jack?
No,
like
not
on a radio.
No.
Is that a vampire?
Probably. There was a fucking Wolfman earlier.
Yep.
I think you're seeing things.
Operation Darkness. I remember this.
I think we did a quick look at this game.
Yeah. I remember that name.
There was a Wolfman.
I don't believe you. Wolves aren't real. And a wolf man, that's just combining a thing that's not real with a real thing, which is even less real than a not real thing.
Yeah, but it's a video game.
Video games aren't real, we've established that.
Exactly, so you can do whatever you want, because it's not a real thing.
True.
Here we go, the outfit, the game we've all been waiting for.
Is it Black and gold or blue and white?
It's black and gold.
Rated M for mature.
That's not at all what that says.
We're looking for a few good men to lead a dangerous commando mission behind enemy lines to hunt and destroy a Nazi general. You must share an extreme passion for firearms, vehicular manslaughter, airstrikes, and hijacking.
This is Wolfenstein 3.
Okay. Wondering where it was going. Kicking Nazis in the balls.
Yeah, that's fair. Dual wielding.
Got a better plan?
I didn't remember this game being a World War II game.
It's like wacky.
Is this some well, yeah, sure. Is this open world or no? I never played this.
I don't remember. I remember it being disappointing.
Yeah, no, I feel like that was the consensus at the time.
Yeah.
Someone had to sail on bullets.
It just looks like a fucking army man game.
Totally.
They're in for a hell of a surprise. I've had meatballs with more bite than that.
What?
Say your prayers, because you're coming with me. Stick 'em like pigs.
And this guy, Deuce Williams, he's a real nutcase. You're going to really learn to love him over the course of the campaign. We got 11 levels, 14 weapons that we're talking about now, and
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why'd you name him after poops?
Because he's well, this is a great question. That gets revealed over the course of the story. We're not really talking about that right now.
He's
but
a real shithead.
Deuce Cranium would be a good name.
Male gigolo.
Ah, nice.
The outfit. Man. This was the end of the B game. In a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Like this early, this generation.
Guess there was no market for it, right?
Yeah, like at some point, just like
was not worth it.
The big games got bigger.
Squeezed out the little guy.
Yep. Mom and pop.
But then the
video game
littler,
developers,
then the
THQ.
littler guy came along.
Right. Artisanal.
Yeah, that's right. Did it from the ground up.
Geometry Wars showed up and said, "Hey,
what if you made games like this for like $5 or $10?"
Everyone was like,
"You mean a $5 game that is endlessly replayable?" Sure.
Yeah. Man, Prey.
Oh, Prey's not that bad.
From the high desert,
It's not amazing.
American Southwest, I'm Art Bell, and we're going to start the night.
Right.
It's okay.
It had literal fucking Art Bell.
Yeah, that's weird.
Folks, it's going to get very interesting. I'm getting some reports of strange lights in the sky from the Oklahoma area. Our affiliate in Oklahoma City is telling us that the state police, get this, are reporting mysterious lights all over the area.
Prey is one of the weirdest properties in video games. Like, think about how many times it has been introduced and then canceled and then reintroduced, and like every time it comes back, it's something totally different.
Yeah. It's like, are they just drawn to the name?
I guess.
Like, Prey's a good word.
I guess.
It's only 4 letters.
I mean, like,
you can play it both ways, like EY, but also like AY.
Like there have been as many games called Prey like shown and then canceled as there have been that shipped.
You are determined.
Yeah, and they were all different.
So be it. But there will be consequences.
So that's what happens with 3D Realms is involved.
I guess so, yeah. Now, what if this was a car combat game and Tommy was driving a giant cigar?
Came here to kick ass and pray, and I'm all out of ass.
All your life you have rejected the ways of your ancestors, the beliefs of your people.
I remember we got a bunch of copies of this in the office. And somebody said, "Do you want 360 or PC?" And I said PC. I could have had all these Prey achievements.
I had 2 copies for 360 because one broke.
Nice.
Like the disc got scratched.
I was just about to ask if the 368th disc.
Yes, that
happened.
That I forgot. Yes,
that happened around the office a few times.
It looks like one of the best.
It was usually using the 360 on its like vertically.
Right.
That scratched the disc.
would wobble and it scratched the disc, and I laid the 360 down, and that was that.
Yeah.
And I needed to get another disc to finish the review.
Yeah.
It was like the game would still load, but like the single player wouldn't load anymore. But the multiplayer would, which is how I had 2 copies of the game to play a bunch of multiplayer before release and get all the multiplayer achievements.
Right. I remember that.
That was a bad time for me.
Yeah.
At the time, it seemed like glorious because there I was getting all of the achievements in Prey before the game was out.
But then you were also getting all the achievements in Prey before the game was out.
Yeah, see, that was the realization I came to much later. That maybe that was not the move, but you know, they were dark days. All right, what's Square got for us here? It's like a Star Ocean with them? Yeah, Square Enix.
That was Enix. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, maybe.
また俺の勝ちだな、刀。こんなところで出会うとはな。
The more I think about the name Star Ocean, the more I just like it.
I mean, you know,
it's an ocean of stars.
Yeah,
it's space.
Like, what's space is like
an ocean is water.
Space is like a star ocean.
It's a metaphor.
It's the same reason, like, why all this space sci-fi uses naval military ranks.
I guess.
Because they're all like big space boats.
They're all on ships.
Yeah. There's
We should come up
as an admiral.
when we start doing like real ass space military stuff. We need new ranks.
Yep,
like,
all new.
Like cyber general.
Yep.
And cyber admiral.
Cyber rear admiral.
親兄弟を殺されただけでは理由。
That's just Samus.
君の星で何があったんだ。いいか、必ず軍を抜けろ。
If you finish the game in under 3 hours, you can play without the suit on.
Did he just yell MAGA?
I think he might have.
That's not what he said.
I don't know, Brad. I'm pretty sure that space guy just yelled MAGA.
Right.
Oh, what?
Yeah, that's right. Project Stillfeed.
Wait, did this end up being a shooter?
Yes?
Or something else? What? Or am I forgetting what old Sylpheed was?
Stillfeed was originally a shooter.
Yeah, right. Oh, this ended up being like a third person, like a behind the back shooter, I
Right,
think.
yeah. But like, it was almost more anime than game.
Yeah, that's right, yes. I think I played this.
Yeah.
I'm a copy of this? Fuck, I don't know.
今さら戦いを降りることなどできるか。しまった。
Does the guy who looked like Samus die?
Yeah. If you beat the game in under 3 hours, you can see his corpse out of the suit.
Nice.
今容赦しないと。
Warning, kill.
The original Sylpheed was like a Sega CD. Well, I think it was on a bunch of stuff. But
Yeah.
I think it came over here first as a Sega CD.
Yeah.
I remember thinking it was cool.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a Mike Tyson tattoo.
Did that ship with the Sega CD, do you remember? Or was it just out at the same time?
It didn't ship with the Sega CD. No. It might have been out at the same time.
Was that the one made by Wolf Team, or was that Soul Feast?
That's Soul Feast.
Okay. I just like saying Wolf Team.
Yeah.
Because there used to be a developer called Wolf Team.
Team.
And yeah, they said it out loud, didn't they?
Yeah.
'Cause why wouldn't you if you were called
No,
that?
yeah. I want to say that Wolf Team eventually got into making some proper hentai video games.
Aye, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wolf Team.
Wolf Team. And they changed their name at some point too.
Lame.
投降しろ。
It's a cool looking gun.
止まれ。
Future gun.
It was like
Destiny gun.
their little rendered intro for Sega CD games. It was like game creative staff. Wolf Team.
Yes, that's right.
It was just like the dumbest.
Man,
like what? Why would
we should play some more Sega CD games
I
sometime?
Yeah. Sure.
I think we did that one time, right?
Yes.
Maybe not that one though. Did you know?
Oh, okay. Never mind. The Tales studio is Wolf Team.
Oh, what?
What?
I do. I enjoy
Yeah.
Wolf Team games.
That's
Wolf Team was the Tales studio. It was renamed when Telenet Japan sold its stake in Wolf Team.
Huh.
Maybe it was Telenet that became. Well, what the fuck am I thinking of? Maybe it's that the Valis games eventually became dirty.
maybe they started that way. Did you know? Speaking of Sega CD games,
Yes. The Valis series. Telenet sold the rights to Valis to Yance,
Okay.
which later retooled the series as hentai games in 2007.
Wait, there are Valis hentai games?
What
the fuck?
Finally, right? Yeah.
Siri, remind me in
never-
2 hours. Various hentai games.
I never played any of the Valis games, but I know exactly what you are getting at there. I always thought they looked kind of cool.
They were, yeah. The Valis games are good.
Yeah.
No, from software.
Is this going to be? Is this Chrome Hounds? No. What is this?
I don't remember.
I think we're
Do we lose audio?
missing sound. Yeah, we lost picture for a second too, and then there was no sound.
There it is. Uh-oh. No, not a problem. I feel like you would need to be swinging a sword a little faster.
Has a huge volley of arrows ever worked in any media ever?
That's a lot of arrows. That's a lot of arrows. Ah! I don't know what this is.
It's fucking cool. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. But watch, this is gonna be like Kessen 2 or
Like it's so weird looking back on From now that I care who From is.
From made a lot of stuff that you shouldn't care about.
Yeah, sure. Is that a Tenchu game? Say Tenchu Senran?
Yeah, Tenchu Senran. That was the 360 one, right?
Weird. They didn't do the previous Tenchu games, though, did they? I don't think. I feel like we would know if they did.
I feel like I'd...
Like Tenchu was like somewhat important back in the day.
Yeah, Tenchu was like a big deal stealth game there for a while.
I feel like we would know if From
Acquire eventually developed it.
Yeah.
Never played Tenchu. I wasn't a big stealth guy.
Yeah.
Like Tenchu came out a few months before Metal Gear Solid.
Right. Yeah, with Tenchu you were kind of either into it or not. I think. There was they did some cool stuff. And then Activision bought the rights to the name, and then,
This was way after the really bad Tomb Raider, right? Which one was that? Was it Angel of Darkness? The one that took
that was the one that
fucking
was like,
forever to come out.
That was like, look at Lara Croft in a modern urban environment.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, that was Angel of Darkness.
And it was like a disaster.
Yeah.
I wonder if or when they're going to announce another Tomb Raider game.
Right.
Feels like we should be hearing about it soon.
Well, isn't Crystal Dynamics working on one of the Marvel games that Square signed up to do?
Right, they are doing an Avengers game, aren't they?
Something like that.
I think. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. The post credits stinger of the last Tomb Raider game was very much like, hey, what if we made another Tomb Raider game?
Yeah.
So who knows?
I bet they would like to make another Tomb Raider game.
Yeah. Really like that last one.
The Tomb Raider games on the 360 were the ones that I ended up playing.
These?
Legend
and Anniversary?
Anniversary, yeah.
I played a decent chunk of this one. I don't think I ever played the other one.
I wonder if this trailer was made for... maybe not. I was gonna say, was it made for the Japanese market, and that's why there's no speech. Hi, I'm Lara Croft.
This is my game.
Who are you?
The Tomb Raider.
Oh, okay. Oh, I heard about you.
Mm-hmm. I shimmy sideways until there's room. Maybe you've heard of me. I roll out of the way of tigers and try to shoot them.
Okay.
But ultimately they kill me damn near every time.
Like backflip away from a T-Rex and then shoot it with 2 pistols?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe you've heard of me.
I've heard of your legend, actually.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, now there's a new tale in my legend. I have a grappling hook.
Wow.
How's your hair?
Not as good as it could be. Maybe someday.
I heard a big deal about your hair, but could have been mistaken.
Yeah. No, there's nothing doing.
Sarah Z.
This is just my legend.
Peggy 18.
All right, Sarah Z, let's get real. Let's get real dirty. Let's get real filthy, Artoon. This is the pin OB you've been waiting for them to make.
In the centuries past, I was both the hunter and the hunted.
Oh, that voice sounds familiar.
Always wondering as to the reason of my very existence. I think I'll have that answer this day.
Sounds like a Final Fantasy character.
Yeah.
I'm not just saying that. What's this?
It's from, I think it was from AQ Interactive, and I don't know. Is this Vampire Rain? Vampire Kiss? It's probably not that, but.
I hate rain.
Solid Snake doing it this game.
We're lucky to have it. The stuff is supposed to dampen a Nightwalker's senses.
Humans born in a city taken by Nightwalkers have left. They always return.
Some say it's a smell.
Man.
A sweet and subtle odor that permeates a city occupied by Nightwalkers.
Man.
Yes?
This...
Nightwalker!
We've just received contact from the advanced recon team located at Point E9, sir.
My dream of taking out Kine over the ridge faded, as all dreams do when the sun rises.
The watchdog just grew a set of teeth. Well, guess what? The time has come to fight back.
Ah!
Yeah. That's information I should not be able to retain. Like any loose reference to what this game is.
Yeah, that's weird.
Man, that game looked like a real bad Metal Gear.
Yeah.
To the point where now I kind of want to see what it looked like when it shipped. Like what it actually looked like.
Did that come out here?
I don't think so. I might have a copy of it. I was in the habit of just like, in that time frame, I was buying a lot of Japan only 360 games because I bought a Japanese 360.
Right.
And I was like, well, I should do something with this thing. Finally.
Oh, Christ.
Some Japanese video games. From your friends at Ukes.
Oh my god! Whoa, watch out!
Oh, collusion.
Seeing Jerry Lawler and Jim Ross subtitled.
Yeah.
Hey, Angle! No, Kurt! No! Not the monitor!
Very believable. No, not the monitor.
John Cena with that steel monitor! What's this fan doing? I cannot believe the carnage I'm seeing!
How old is Cena now?
He's pushing 40.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
What a dirty move!
He might actually just be 40. Okay.
That's not too bad in wrestling terms, right?
Whoa, whoa! Check this out, on, JR.
What is
Yeah.
I don't know when people start slowing down and that won't
Well,
work.
so he's part of this new generation of wrestlers that don't get hopelessly hooked on drugs and get married a trillion times and are broke constantly.
I see.
So
Like he actually takes care of himself.
yeah, and is not broke. So like
Like
he
the
could-
new generation of wrestlers who watched all their favorite wrestlers die.
Yeah, and we're like, oh, let's not do that. And so they have some amount of personal wealth and can retire.
I see. Oh well, I'm sure he was capable of retiring years ago.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Like I would assume he is only doing it because he wants to.
Whereas like Ric Flair is currently suing his ex-manager over $12,000 over a fireworks sponsorship that.
Oh God, really?
Yeah.
Is Ric Flair destitute?
No.
Hey, dude, $12,000 is $12,000.
Yeah, it's a fair point.
I'd sue someone for $12,000 if I thought I had a.
But also
showcase.
that means that he did a sponsorship for, I believe it's called Jake's Fireworks
for $12,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, get all your bootleg fucking Magnetos out of here.
It says the official game right there.
Yeah. So we need to get all the bootleg Magnetos out of here.
Yeah.
God, these movies sucked.
This is verified. This game has a blue check mark. If you see any X-Men games without the blue check mark, it is an imposter.
Well, I say official. Parody at the end on the box
Be
in little
safe
small
out there.
text. I don't think I've ever liked an X-Men movie, and I've seen most of them.
I don't know. I'd say I liked him, but I watched him and went like, all right.
Yeah, I thought I remembered the first couple being okay, but I haven't seen them since they were in theaters. I don't know.
I haven't seen Logan. I hear a lot of good things. Maybe I'll check that one out, but never do it for me.
Yeah. I think that might be all. I don't know where the case to this tape went. I ate it. No, here it is.
Tastes like grape.
Yeah. Grape tape. Grape tape.
Grape tape.
Yep. That is X-Men: The Official Game is the final game on these tapes.
Starts with X. Be hard to.
It starts with X. Yeah.
Have another game after that, unless you had like say.
Oh, were they
Zuma.
alphabetical?
Maybe you should put Zuma.
I
on this
wonder.
tape.
No, because it didn't start with A Train.
You put Zuma on the tape.
Yeah.
I find myself saying that a lot.
Zuma.
What if we put Zuma on the
What if we
tape?
put Zuma on the tape? Well,
I have Zuma installed on my Xbox One at home.
Nice work.
Just
I
in
have
case.
Astro Pop installed.
Just in case.
I'm always at the ready. Well, those are some hot tapes. We should dig into some more tapes one of these days.
Yeah.
There was the other stack of tapes I pulled. I don't know who was stacking them this way, but there was a box over there that was just like 9 different Tony Hawk tapes for 9 different Tony Hawk games. And maybe we'll just do Tony Hawk tapes.
The Hawk Files.
Yeah.
That sounds like a whole separate series.
Yeah, and we're probably overdue for some E3 press conferences, honestly. So maybe we'll try to dig some of those up. I don't know if we have tapes for those, or if that's going to be finding them on the internet or finding them on some server here somewhere. But that's it for this installment of Game Tapes. If you want to see the tapes raw, we'll put the raw tapes up too.
That's right.
Them raw
Archival
tapes.
quality.
Yeah. Thank you for taping with us. As always, keep your
tape on.
Tape on. Pull the tab out. Don't tape over your tapes.
Tapes.